I'm going to just pose a question to y'all. Is it financial hardship? Is it something emotional? Are y'all standing with Trayon White? Or y'all just going to believe whatever anyone says? Are y'all going to believe what the media says? Are y'all going to believe the facts that come out? Are y'all actually going to read his paperwork? Are y'all going to understand what's going on? Yes, I'm not saying he's right or wrong. But what I'm saying is your opinion. Everybody has an opinion. Let me know your opinion. Everybody has an opinion, but it's opinion over facts. In the comments, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button. Until the next one.
Federal investigators say this is D.C. Council member Trayon White, captured on camera taking envelope after envelope of cash bribes. The councilman thought he was dealing with a trusted ally. Instead, the FBI and U.S. attorneys say he was trading his influence for cash with an FBI informant.
Lost words with this.
Federal investigators say this is D.C. Council member Trayon White, captured on camera Federal investigators say this is D.C. Council member Trayon White, captured on camera taking envelope after envelope of cash bribes. The councilman thought he was dealing with a trusted ally. Instead, the FBI and U.S. attorneys say he was trading his influence for cash with an FBI informant.
Lost words with this one, man.
White has been railing against crime since he was on the school board.
Taken from this store is really taken from yourself.
The FBI began documenting his alleged crime in June. On June 26, 2024, Councilman White thinks he's meeting a business owner interested in government contracts. The man is an FBI informant. He records as Councilman White takes an envelope stuffed with $15,000 cash. The full video and audio haven't been made public yet, but the indictment transcribes the conversation. Councilman White tells the business owner, so you're trying to get an idea where they're going to go with the contracts. In the following weeks, White allegedly began putting pressure on D.C. government employees, telling them to re-up contracts for violence intervention with the informant's companies. The men met again on July 17th. The FBI says agents caught White again on camera, this time taking an envelope filled with $5,000. The audio transcript reads, "That's for making sure you reach out to government employee 3 and government employee 4. The councilman responds, "I'm on top of that. You know me. I'm already moving." On July 24th, the FBI says White began naming his price. "Can you bring 10? He texted the informant. They met the next day where White accepted an envelope filled with $10,000. The FBI also claims its agents recorded the councilman describing how he'd use political leverage to secure the informant's contracts. "I have great weight when it comes to violence and work on that council," the transcript reads. The indictment says White pressured a government employee to secure contracts or he'd pull his support for their confirmation. The allegations go beyond what the feds say they saw the councilman put in his pocket or record him saying. According to the indictment, White exchanged his influence for $156,000 in total payments, going back years. The transcript suggests he planned to expand the scheme once he was reelected in November. Friday, a D.C. judge signed the councilman's arrest warrant. He was arrested over the weekend and started the work week being arraigned for bribery. And this indictment, it paints a picture of a public official who's willing to use his political influence all for personal gain, all while seeming to think that he was talking to a friend. But again, that friend was recording every word and documenting every dollar.
And a friend of mine, she stepped in a pothole and he actually rode by and I asked him to stop and he was very active in helping her.
White represented for other Blue Senior High School graduates what they could become. When his neighborhood had one of the most violent quarters in D.C. last year, he called for the National Guard to come in. His involvement in gun violence prevention resonates with his community the most. He was involved in the East of the River Clergy Police and Community Partnership. He founded a youth development program and was elected to the State Board of Education for Ward 8.
Well, it definitely puts us in a very difficult position.
Right, and one thing that you're looking at right now is some of the positions the neighborhoods told me about here. A lot of these businesses here, they shared with me that Councilman Trayon White gave them extreme support, whether it was with just sharing the word or making sure they had what they needed. But at the center of this investigation, contracts. And I reached out to the city council and I asked them what happens with those contracts now and in the future. What they told me is that if they have already been voted on, if money has already been delegated, and if it was approved right now, they can't be re-voted on.
We continue our coverage now of the federal bribery investigation into D.C. Councilmember Trayon White. He's accused of accepting tens of thousands of dollars in bribes in exchange for pressuring city workers to renew certain contracts. So who was allegedly paying White? Well, he's accused of accepting bribes from Violence Intervention Services that have contracts worth $5.2 million with the city. But no specific company was named. These services provide mentorship in high crime areas to de-escalate dangerous situations and even broker neighborhood ceasefires. Now, one company that White allegedly vouched for did have its city contract terminated. It was supposed to help people experiencing homelessness, but the Department of Human Services found it was falsifying background checks. While Trayon White's lawyers are looking ahead to September, he's also up for re-election this November.
And Tom Rousey is joining us from the Alert Desk now. Tom, White overwhelmingly won the Ward 8 primary, but what does this investigation mean for his position on the council?
Yeah, Megan, it's got a lot of folks wondering that, especially since Trayon White was widely expected to win this November as he ran for re-election there in Ward 8. Well, if you go on the official D.C. Council page, you'll see at the moment, Trayon White is still a council member. He's still listed with everyone else, and he's going to remain on the council at least for now.